We'll have your AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a few minutes, but first a look at your top stories this morning. The Riverside County District Attorney's Office will not file criminal charges in last December's Festival of Lights parade crash in Palm Springs that injured at least 10 people. The crash involved Officer Ken Miranda, who lost control of his motorcycle while working the event. He performed an unapproved stunt before crashing into the crowd. The CHP investigated and turned their findings over to the DA, but the case is now being handled as a civil matter, not a criminal one. An internal review found 4 officers performed stunts without training or permission. New Palm Springs police policies now limit speeds at events and require a dedicated event supervisor. Officer Miranda is still on leave. An attorney for a handful of victims confirmed to NBC Palm Springs that their clients intend to sue the city. The Epson Tour Championship starts day 2 of their tournament today. It kicked off at Indian Wells Golf Resort bright and early at 7 a.m. on Thursday. This is Epson's season finale, in which the top 15 finishers will earn their LPGA card for the 2026 season. Among the players is a local from Riverside County, Amari Avery, who currently ranks number 16 in the race for the card. The tournament goes through Sunday, and our Caitlin Kelly will be covering the event throughout the weekend. For ticket information, you can visit the newsroom tab on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Yum Food Fest is giving you a little preview of next week's festival. The festival is holding a mixer this evening at Indio Brewing from 6 to 9 p.m. There will be vendor meet and greets, local chefs, and a whole lot more. There will also be local bites and drinks to try as well. That's tonight at 6 at Indio Brewing. The full Yum Food Fest will get underway October 11th and 12th at the shops in Palm Desert. The debate over cannabis in Cathedral City is taking a new turn. This after hundreds of residents presented complaints about the odors. Now city leaders are looking to implement stricter rules on local businesses. Our Alondra Campos is live in studio to break it all down for us. Alondra.
That's right, Mary. For more than a year, residents of the outdoor resort Palm Springs community in Cathedral City say they have been living with a constant odor, and it's coming from next door. Now, a revised ordinance presented by the City Council could be the solution to this ongoing issue.
When we're out there on the golf course, it's like somebody right next to you has just fired up a joint.
That is how John Mullins describes living next to a cannabis business located on Ramon Road in Cathedral City.
Most of the time when I play golf, when I'm making the turn down around 7, 8, or 9, there's a big smell there.
For more than a year, residents of the outdoor resort Palm Springs community have presented hundreds of complaints about the odors carried over from Cat City Cannabis Co., the self-proclaimed largest indoor growing facility in California, measuring more than 300,000 square feet. Some of the residents, however, live only a few feet away from the facility, with only a wall separating them from the building.
Those that are near it and around it and have to smell it every day. The resort's doing what it can with the business owner, but the city has the ultimate say.
Now, the council unanimously approved a revised ordinance, one that tightens odor rules across all 59 licensed cannabis operations.
This is a measure really to ensure that there's a process to review the cannabis odor control equipment proposed by a business. This also will generate an annual inspection of those cannabis businesses by our code compliance staff.
City officials say they hope the stricter regulations will serve as a tool to hold non-compliant operators accountable.
So this ordinance is intended to be a balanced approach. We hear the residents. We understand that there are odors generated by cannabis businesses in the city. We also hear the industry. The industry is important to the city. There are many cannabis businesses in the city that produce many jobs.
Many business owners say they are already working to address the issue. In a written statement, the operators of Cat City Business Co. stated that they have already sponsored a pilot program for odor monitoring and reporting. They add that they have invested over $1 million in advanced odor mitigation and control systems. Still, residents say they won't be satisfied until the odor is gone and hope these efforts will bring some relief.
Their new enforcement rules hopefully will get them to do better filtration systems, have risers to get the smell off the ground or something.
The City Council will conduct a second reading of the ordinance on October 22nd, and if it passes, it will be enforced as of late November. For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Alondra Campos. Back to you, Mary.
All right, Alondra, thank you so much for that report. Let's take a live look now from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. It's a gorgeous morning out there, nice and cool if you can get out for a morning walk or a hike. It's time now for a look at your forecast with Kai Beach in the Weather Center. Kai.
Happy Friday, everyone. We have wonderful weather this weekend, cooler than average conditions, but we do have a slight uptick in wind. How strong are those gusts going to be? Well, let's take a look. For Friday, today, we're going to see gusts up to nearly 40 miles an hour in Whitewater and in Desert Hot Springs. Near I-10, we can see gusts up to nearly 30 miles an hour, so be very careful out there. As for today's morning walk forecast, go out there and enjoy it. 8 o'clock, 69 degrees, 10 o'clock, low 80s, and at noon, we are just under 90 degrees. For the highs today, on the valley floor, absolutely beautiful. We're looking at low 90s, east end of the valley, Indio 93, west end Palm Springs 90, up the hill Joshua Tree 78, and Big Bear City a cool 60 degrees. What a day. Low temps for tonight, Big Bear City just above freezing, 36 degrees. Idlewild looking kind of chilly there too, 51. But here in the valley, in the desert, we have beautiful conditions. High 60s, low 70s. Our friends in Joshua Tree, 57 degrees. For Saturday, it's going to warm up just a bit, but still below average. Palm Springs, Thousand Palms, Indio, Palm Desert, all 93 degrees. 29 Palms, 85, and in Cabazon, 83 degrees. 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Over the next 3 days, we're going to be looking at low 90s for the highs and those overnight lows, mid-60s. I'll have a full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Kai, thank you so much for that. A refinery fire sent flames into the California sky on Thursday night. The fire erupted around 9:30 last night at a Chevron refinery in El Segundo. Take a look at this video. It's contained right now, and witnesses in the area say they heard a loud bang before seeing the orange glow coming from the refinery. LA County fire crews were on the scene to assist, although the Chevron refinery has its own fire department. It's unclear how the fire was started. According to a statement from Chevron, all personnel and contractors have been accounted for, and there are no injuries. No evacuation orders were put in place for area residents. Hulk Hogan's family has reportedly requested an investigation into his death. According to court documents, Hulk Hogan's family asked for a deeper look into whether the doctors who treated the professional wrestling icon committed medical malpractice. Hogan died July 24th at the age of 71 after suffering what the medical examiner concluded was a heart attack. The examiner described his death as natural in their report, but police said in late August they were still investigating. Hogan's wife, along with his son, filed a petition in court asking for a 90-day extension of the statute of limitations, where a medical malpractice lawsuit could in fact be filed. Now, according to the document, the investigation involves doctors and healthcare providers at the Morton Plant Hospital, where Hogan was pronounced dead, as well as medical professionals at Tampa General Hospital. At least one person was injured after two planes collided while taxiing at LaGuardia Airport in New York. The wing of one of the planes collided with the fuselage of the other on the airport's taxiway just before 10 p.m. on Thursday night. A flight attendant on board one of the aircraft was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Nobody on the plane was injured during that collision. They were placed in hotel rooms, offered meals, and given the option to rebook their flights. The government shutdown is stretching into its third day this morning with no signs of it opening in sight. Today, senators are expected to vote once again, but measures are expected to fail, adding to the anxiety of furloughed federal employees concerned about their jobs and paychecks. President Trump met the head of the Office of Management and Budget to see which programs he recommends to be cut. NBC's Bianca Ficini has more.
There you go. And then we put it in the bank.
The government shutdown has families across the country bracing for the worst.
We're kind of getting used to uncertainty.
And as federal workers wait for updates, they're feeling frustrated.
What we really want to do is to be at work. We're feeling angry at being treated as political pawns.
It's unclear if Democrats and Republicans have made any progress in negotiations. The Senate is scheduled to vote again today, but the measures aren't expected to pass. In the meantime, the Trump administration is planning on layoffs.
Look, it's likely going to be in the thousands.
President Trump met with Budget Director Russ Vought on Thursday. In a post online, He said the two would discuss which Democrat agencies' vote recommended be cut. Democrats say the president is using the shutdown to target them.
The American people are crystal clear on who shut down the government. Crystal clear. They know it was Donald Trump and Republicans for a wide variety of reasons.
It's a government shutdown.
Meanwhile, Republican Senate leader John Thune says negotiations over health care, the sticking point for Democrats, can start only once the government opens up again.
I don't think you can keep this hostage. As soon as they release the hostage, then we can talk about those other issues.
Neither side showing signs of backing down, with no breakthrough in sight. In Washington, Bianca Pascini, NBC News.
It's time now for Where in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and you guess where it is. So let me show you that photo. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Have you been here? You'll have a little time to think about it. We're going to reveal our special location at the very end of our broadcast, and I'll give you a hint before we get there. Coming up next on your morning news, Fido Fridays are back. Today, we introduce you to our new community contributor, Jen Agnew, and Fido dog, Max. That's next. But later on, the Firebirds had their preseason game last night in El Segundo. Our Tim O'Brien will tell you how they did. Let's head outside, take another live look here. This one's from our Rancho Mirage camera at Agua Caliente Casino. Kai Beach has your full AccuWeather forecast. That's straight ahead for you.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
It's time now for Fido Fridays. It's a segment we do to highlight the new community program called Fido. It was started by members of the community and allows locals to take a dog out of the shelter for a day. It helps to decompress the dog, get them seen by possible adopters, and gives you a furry friend to enjoy the day with. This week, our new community contributor Jen Agnew introduces us to Max. Take a look.
This is Max. He's a 4-year-old neutered male German Shepherd who has been here at the Coachella Valley Animal Campus since April 14th, where he was surrendered by his owner. Max and I went on a little adventure today, and he was such a star. He rode calmly in the car the whole way, just taking it all in. When we stopped for lunch at Stuffed Pizza, he sat like a total gentleman right by my side while we enjoyed our food. Max loves attention, and people couldn't help but stop to say hi. He's wonderful with both dogs and kids, which makes him such an easy, lovable companion. That's what I really love about the Fido program. It gives dogs like Max the chance to get out, explore, and really show off their personalities. He gains confidence, meets new people and dogs, and gets noticed by potential adopters along the way. Max is such a sweet, affectionate boy, and he would make the perfect addition to any family.
And we thank Jen for introducing us to Max. If you'd like to adopt Max, you can contact the Coachella Valley Animal Campus. His ID number is A1798529. And if you would like to become a Fido walker and take a dog out for the day, you can send an email to Pam Solek. That's pam.solek@gmail.com, or find her on the Nextdoor app. While on the topic of the Coachella Valley Animal Campus, Riverside County Animal Services has expanded its hours at its shelters. The new hours are Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and weekends 10 to 4 p.m., giving you time to adopt or reclaim pets after work. Shelters are closed on Mondays. Officials say the change helps working families and boosts adoptions as shelters remain over capacity for dogs. Animal Services is offering free dog and cat adoptions through October 15th as part of the Bissell Pet Foundation's Empty the Shelters event. You can visit the website listed here at the bottom of your screen to find your new best friend. And the Palm Springs animal shelter is in dire need of supplies. Their supply of blankets, towels, and sheets are running very low, and they cannot meet the daily need of hundreds of animals in their care without your help. These items are essentials for daily care, providing comfort, safety, and dignity to animals who have already faced so much. Every donated item helps a pet to rest, feel cared for, and spend their time in the shelter with a little more warmth and security. You can bring your new or gently used towels, sheets, and cardboard trays to the Palm Springs Animal Shelter when you have time. It's time now for our Server of the Week, where we surprise one hardworking server with one generous $1,000 tip to show our appreciation. Take a look.
Hey guys, Anthony Caridi here with Honda and Toyota of the Desert. Today we are at Oceana on Highway 111 in Rancho Mirage. Great place. Here to surprise Melissa. Ready to go do this? Let's go. We're here for you, Melissa. Yeah. Oh, we're not kidding. We are serious. How you doing? Melissa, congratulations. My name is Anthony from Honda and Toyota of the Desert, and partnered with NBC Palm Springs. You're being awarded Server of the Week. So what makes Oceana Oceana?
The food is just amazing. Anything you order, it is just superb. It's delicious. The staff is obviously great. And I like everything. Everything you get is so good. Everything they do with perfection. It's house made.
Guys, it's amazing. Everything we had today. We have a group of 8 people, 9 people. It was fantastic. So thank you so much. Hey, do you know what you're getting today? You're getting $1,000, Melissa.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so speechless right now. Thank you so much.
Hey, any idea like really what you might do with $1,000?
You know, the summer's been kind of slow, so it is definitely will come in handy. Thank you guys so very much. I'm honored and touched.
Well, you're just fantastic. One more time for Melissa. Yeah.
A big congrats to Melissa. A friend of mine ate there the other night, said the scallops are divine, so you might want to check that out. If you'd like more information on our stories in our broadcast today, you can go to our new website on NBC Palm Springs. That's where you're going to find our top stories and breaking news. If you click on our newsroom tab, you'll find our stories and community events organized by date. We'll be right back with a Check Your Forecast with Kai Beach. Stay right here.
it's Friday and we're just one step closer to the weekend, and it's going to be a gorgeous one. Cooler than average conditions, but we will see some strong winds. I'll get to that in just a bit. First, the highs today. Here on the valley floor, we're looking at low 90s, Indio 93, Palm Springs 90. Go up the hill, Joshua Tree 78 degrees, Big Bear City cool 60 degrees. Same in Ottawa, 65 degrees. For tonight's overnight lows, great weather to nap in. 69 degrees here in Palm Springs, Indio, just above that at 70. Our friends in 29 Palms, low 60s, Idlewild 51, and in Banning 54 degrees. Those strong winds over the last few days, we felt them a little bit, but today, Friday, up to gusts nearly 40 miles an hour. So if you're driving on I-10 or in Whitewater, Desert Hot Springs, please be careful. Around the country, this is the weather they're dealing with. A lot of people coming back to the valley. This is the weather they're leaving behind. Denver, the Mile High City, 83 degrees. Kansas City, great barbecue out there, 88. Our friends in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 87. Seattle, 68. And our friends in the Bay, we're looking at mid-60s. Tonight's evening stroll, really nice. 6 o'clock, mid-80s. 8 o'clock, right around 80 degrees. 10 o'clock, 74. And at midnight, if you're still up, having a good time, 72 degrees. For tomorrow, you want to head to the coast, you're going to see mid-70s, waves 2 to 3 feet out there. So if you're a surfer or a swimmer, go out there and enjoy it. We got that 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. We got cooler than average conditions. That's because we have a low pressure system working its way down the state. Those highs over the next few days. Low 90s by next Thursday, possibly seeing some rain, and those overnight lows stay pretty consistent, about mid-60s.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging lithium.
NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Well, the point of preseason hockey, of course, is to work out some of those kinks, get some game action for a few of those bubble guys that are on the fence on whether or not they're going to be here in the American Hockey League or down in the ECHL with the Kansas City Mavericks. So just a bit ago, over my shoulder, there were 3 20-minute periods, of course, of hockey between your Firebirds and the Ontario Reign. Certainly nice to see hockey back. Your fingers are cold, your nose is cold to touch, and you can smell the hockey equipment in arena. They call that rink rats where I'm from. So certainly good to have that back in our lives. And a few things to work on tonight, of course. I thought there was some neutral zone play that probably needs to be cleaned up. Head coach Derek Laxdal will assess who is going to be here as the roster kind of shapes itself out over the next couple of days before for opening night just a week from tomorrow, Friday night, October 10th, of course, at Acrisure Arena. We saw goals tonight from Caden Price, rookie trying to make the Firebirds team, really an offensive, defensive player with a lot of speed and a good shot. He was able to bury a 2-on-1, top shelf, keeping himself. Certainly, it's how you make a hockey team. And then Jagger Furcus, a guy that scored 60 goals just 2 years ago in the WHL. He's going to have to do a lot of that this season for the Firebirds, and he knows that. He's ready for that responsibility. And after the game tonight, we had a chance to catch up with the Firebirds forward.
Yeah, it's good to get back into things, especially down here in LA. And I thought it wasn't our greatest game, but it's preseason. We'll learn from it. I think they had timely goals. I think we did have a good start. They had a couple goals that bounced back pretty quick after ours. That it takes a lot of your juice away on the bench and from momentum from the game. But I think obviously those are learning points. And I mean, it's a preseason game, so it's not the end of the world. But you obviously want to go home and learn from the mistakes we made.
You don't look at score at the end of the day in a preseason game. You look at more technique, the format, the style, how guys played in certain situations. I thought the penalty kill looked good for the Firebirds today, and I tell you what, we know as young as they are, the youngest team in the league, they might be the fastest. Certainly speed on the side of the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Also of note, Ben Myers and Mitchell Stevens sent to waivers tonight from Seattle in the hopes of returning to the Coachella Valley tomorrow, but we won't know, of course, until Friday. But at the Toyota Performance Sports Center in El Segundo, I'm Tim O'Brien.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBC Palm.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back on this Friday morning, October 3rd. I'm Mary Strong. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Kind Beach will have your AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. But first, a look at some of the stories making headlines. In just 1 year, close to 50,000 people die by suicide nationwide. While many focus their efforts on prevention, some experts are focusing on postvention, referring to intervention after suicide death. NBC Palm Springs' Tiani Jadaling spoke with medical experts and has details.
Building hope and resilience. That's what experts with the Riverside County Suicide Prevention Coalition hope attendees get out of this year's Suicide Prevention Conference. This year's theme is postvention as prevention, and it speaks for itself.
The sooner we can engage with someone who's lost someone to suicide, then we can reduce any chances that they might choose suicide as an option.
The conference held at the Palm Springs Convention Center was filled with local law enforcement, members from nonprofit organizations, and more. Many of those attendees refreshing up on tools needed to navigate a situation so personal, a circumstance many are familiar with.
I did have a student who attempted suicide, and being a school resource officer, they're like our kids. We see them on a daily. We see them more than we see our own family. It affects us tremendously.
Diana Gutierrez says this creates opportunity to intervene with someone who has experienced a loss. And the work doesn't stop here to reduce the numbers seen county-wide. The Suicide Prevention Coalition offers trainings, trauma programs, a response team, and bereavement counseling to help navigate those affected by suicide.
They get called out 24/7, 365, and they can respond on scene to individuals who've experienced a loss. Law enforcement just needs to let them know. Additionally, they can respond within the days and weeks after a loss as well and go to someone's home, provide them with the resources.
For those learning how to help others dealing with suicide, the conference helps understand the different ways individuals deal with something so personal.
Just because it says suicide, don't be scared of it. You'll learn a lot from it, and it will just not save your life, it'll save someone else's life.
Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Well, a rally is set for tomorrow in the Coachella Valley. The Democrats of the desert are gearing up to show support for Proposition 50. The ballot measure has sparked intense debate statewide. Arlanda Campos is in studio with details. Alondra?
That's right, Mary. The rally will be held tomorrow outside of La Quinta City Hall at 9 a.m., where community members, local leaders, and activists are expected to gather in support of Proposition 50, a measure that would temporarily change how congressional districts are drawn in the state. Now, if voters say yes, the legislature would use a new legislatively drawn congressional map for elections in 2026, 2028, and 2030. After the 2030 U.S. Census, control would return to the California Citizens Redistricting Commission, a nonpartisan group that previously drew maps for Congress. Now, locally, supporters of Proposition 50 say the measure is necessary to conduct fair elections.
Prop 50 is a measure that allows the voters of California to make a decision here. This is not politicians making a decision. And this is in response to what we saw President Trump request of or demand of Texas legislators who actually changed their boundaries without any public input at all. So again, the difference here in California is that the voters have access to look at the maps if they'd like in advance here, and they will be making the decision.
Now, Proposition 50 has been an ongoing conversation here in the state and in the Valley. Today at 11 a.m., I'll take a look at what both sides of the aisle have been saying on the state redistricting attempts. You don't want to miss it. Live in studio, I'm Alondra Campos. I will send it back to you, Mary.
All right, Alondra, thank you so much for that update. We're going to take a live look now from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. It's time now to check back in with Kai in the Weather Center for a look at your forecast as we head into the weekend.
Happy Friday, everyone. We have wonderful weather this weekend, cooler than average conditions, but we do have a slight uptick in wind. How strong are those gusts going to be? Well, let's take a look. For Friday, today, we're going to see gusts up to nearly 40 miles an hour in Whitewater and in Desert Hot Springs. Near I-10, we can see gusts up to nearly 30 miles an hour, so be very careful out there. As for today's morning walk forecast, go out there and enjoy it. 8 o'clock, 69 degrees, 10 o'clock, low 80s, and at noon, we are just under 90 degrees. For the highs today, on the valley floor, absolutely beautiful. We're looking at low 90s, east end of the valley, Indio 93, west end Palm Springs 90, up the hill Joshua Tree 78, and Big Bear City a cool 60 degrees. What a day. Low temps for tonight, Big Bear City just above freezing, 36 degrees. Idlewild looking kind of chilly there too, 51. But here in the valley, in the desert, we have beautiful conditions. High 60s, low 70s. Our friends in Joshua Tree, 57 degrees. For Saturday, it's going to warm up just a bit, but still below average. Palm Springs, Thousand Palms, Indio, Palm Desert, all 93 degrees. 29 Palms, 85, and in Cabazon, 83 degrees. 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Over the next 3 days, we're going to be looking at low 90s for the highs and those overnight lows, mid-60s. I'll have a full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Kai, thank you so much for that. Well, the Cove Shopping Center in Cathedral City expanded yesterday with the new opening of a Starbucks. It's right off Highway 111 across from Agua Caliente. They had a ribbon cutting Thursday with economic development members, representatives from the city, and employees of the new business. Chipotle opened in that same shopping center about 2 weeks ago. We talked with the manager of the new Starbucks at the location.
We had some baristas come out, hand out some delicious samples. Another coffee house leader and my district manager came by. So today is just all about celebrating. I got some friends and family here too.
Well, the new Starbucks location off Highway 111 and Day Palm comes just in time for some holiday drinks. For those of you in a hurry, they've got a drive-through. Well, Desert Hot Springs Concert Series Friday Nights on Pearson is rebranding. It's now becoming Desert Nights on the Boulevard. The series will launch on October 25th. There will be over 12 concert series hosted by the city and a DJ event. The city hopes to attract new vendors to set up shop for the revamped community event.
Part of what we heard from our residents is they wanted more vendors. So that brings me here today to encourage vendors to apply to participate. It's a great way for vendors to show off their products, engage with our community, sell their food. And the best part is it's free for the first 12 months.
Dates for the events will differ during November and December because of the holiday season, so be sure to check out their calendar. Passes to the Country Music Festival Stagecoach went live yesterday. The sale started at 11 o'clock Thursday morning with prices starting at $579 for the 3-day general admission event. Weekend headliners include Cody Johnson, Lainey Wilson, and Post Malone. Other acts performing include Counting Crows, Ella Langley, Little Big Town, Teddy Swims, Brooks and Dunn, Hootie and the Blowfish, and Third Eye Blind. There will also be late night appearances by Pitbull and Ludacris. This morning, tickets will still appear to be up for grabs. It's time now for Your Health Today, brought to you by Inland Empire Health Plan. A new scientific analysis suggests adopting a diet that's good for the planet could feed the world by 2050. The report was put together by a commission comprised of leading experts from various fields from more than 35 countries. Using advanced modeling methods, they found more than 9 billion people could eat nutritiously in the decades to come if they adopted a plant-friendly diet. That kind of diet is very similar to the Mediterranean diet and focuses on fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, and a moderate amount of meat and dairy. The diet would also improve the environment. According to the report, about 30% of global greenhouse emissions comes from food production. The report says a plant-friendly diet could help cut those specific emissions by more than half. The report also estimated nearly a third of premature deaths in the United States could be avoided if people followed the diet. The Food and Drug Administration has approved a new generic version of the abortion pill mifepristone. The move allows 3 U.S. companies to now produce the pill. Mifepristone was first cleared 25 years ago, and the FDA authorized another generic drug in 2019, but critics blasted the approval. Health officials point out the FDA has limited discretion when generic drugs meet legal standards. Medical experts also cite decades of research showing mifepristone is safe and serious complications are rare. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A mastectomy is a way of treating breast cancer by removing the entire breast through surgery, but it can take a toll on the patient, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. Mandy Gaither has more on how 3D printing technology could shape the future of reconstructive breast surgery. It's science that turned personal for one of the researchers. Take a look.
John Fisher, a bioengineer at the University of Maryland, was already studying how to help women after a mastectomy. when his wife, Gail, got life-altering news.
My wife was diagnosed with breast cancer and ended up having a double mastectomy as part of our treatment strategy.
It made his team's work even more personal because he saw firsthand the toll not only cancer takes, but also the surgery, how the changes in his wife's body affected her.
Having a body that you are comfortable with and that you're excited with each day is truly important for your overall health and well-being.
During Gail's reconstructive surgery, doctors were able to spare her nipple, but for some women, that's not the case.
There's some simple surgical approaches or even a tattooing approach, but many folks do end up doing nothing.
That's where his team's research comes in, using 3D bioprinting to create a nipple areola complex, or NAC.
We have a lot of flexibility in how we print the NAC, so we can do things like personalized engineering of the NAC itself.
In the future, Fisher hopes to add cellular components to the NAC, but the research is still ongoing.
We'd like to kind of build a company around this technology and then go through the FDA process for approval and getting it out to the patient population.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, earlier we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you the photo again and give you a little hint before we reveal the location at the end of our broadcast. So let me show you that photo. I've been here, and it's absolutely stunning. Here's the hint for you. This place serves as a retreat for world leaders. Think about that. I'll tell you more about this special location coming up later in our broadcast. Up next on your morning news, Manny the Movie Guy drops by the studio with another spooktacular movie. He'll tell you all about it. And Kai Beach will have your 7-day forecast for you as well. Keep it right here.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over.
It's Friday and we're just one step closer to the weekend, and it's going to be a gorgeous one. Cooler than average conditions, but we will see some strong winds. I'll get to that in just a bit. First, the highs today. Here on the valley floor, we're looking at low 90s, Indio 93, Palm Springs 90. Go up the hill, Joshua Tree 78 degrees, Big Bear City cool 60 degrees, same in Ottawa 65 degrees. For tonight's overnight lows, great weather to nap in. 69 degrees here in Palm Springs, Indio, just above that at 70. Our friends in 29 Palms, Low 60s, Idlewild 51, and in Banning 54 degrees. Those strong winds over the last few days, we felt them a little bit, but today, Friday, up to gusts nearly 40 miles an hour. So if you're driving on I-10 or in Whitewater, Desert Hot Springs, please be careful. Around the country, this is the weather they're dealing with. A lot of people coming back to the valley. This is the weather they're leaving behind. Denver, the Mile High City, 83 degrees. Kansas City, great barbecue out there, 88. Our friends in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 87. Seattle, 68. And our friends in the Bay, we're looking at mid-60s. Tonight's evening stroll, really nice. 6 o'clock, mid-80s. 8 o'clock, right around 80 degrees. 10 o'clock, 74. And at midnight, if you're still up, having a good time, 72 degrees. For tomorrow, you want to head to the coast, you're going to see mid-70s, waves 2 to 3 feet out there. So if you're a surfer or a swimmer, go out there and enjoy it. We got that 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. We got cooler than average conditions. That's because we have a low pressure system working its way down the state. Those highs over the next few days. Low 90s by next Thursday, possibly seeing some rain, and those overnight lows stay pretty consistent, about mid-60s.
Coming up here on Today, big news for anyone who's on or thinking about taking one of those weight loss drugs. We have exclusive details on a new deal to sell 2 of the most popular brands at Costco for half the price. Everything you need to know this morning on Today.
News yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBC Palm Springs.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Here's one of my favorite people, Manny the movie guy, and you're talking about another spooky flick. I'm not into spooky, and there are quite a few of them lately, though.
Well, but you know what? Halloween is coming up, and you know it's coming up because you have one scary flick after another at the box office. Last week, it was The Strangers Chapter 2, and this week, it's Bone Lake.
Oh, no.
It's one of the best scary films this year. Take a look.
When Will saw this house on the app, he thought Bone Lake was a euphemism.
Yeah, I thought it was called Bone Lake because it's a secluded place.
Yeah, I thought that.
Great minds.
Male minds.
Hey, hello everyone. A big congrats on Bone Lake. Sexy, terrifying, thought-provoking. I was like this, and then this, right from the very beginning. I stayed hooked.
Good.
Do you guys like to play games?
Take us from the very beginning. What got you interested in directing Bone Lake? I mean, give us a genesis.
Yeah, so I read the script and I kind of had all of those reactions when I was reading it, and more. And so I know I'm like, there's good plot twists, there's interesting characters, it's sexy, it gets really bloody, and I thought, okay, as someone who loves intensity and going there, I thought I have to make this movie.
Everywhere you go and everyone you meet is playing together.
I responded to Sage a lot because she's, you know, she's this woman who's really dissatisfied in her relationship but is not voicing it. And I think that is something I've definitely experienced, and I know a lot of other women experience.
We have this house for the weekend.
Seems like we also booked this house.
Diego it was such a fun character to play with because there's such fine lines between him being smart and at the same time you're like, that's not smart. What are you doing?
There are things about us and each other that you're never gonna know.
How was it shooting the film? I mean, especially the bloody parts. I bet just talking to you guys, you were falling out laughing after each take. Was that how it happened?
Yeah, I think for me personally, the first week was a little nerve-wracking. It always is on a new project, but these three made it so comfortable. We would be in the most heightened, chaotic moments, like covered in blood, screaming, running for our lives, and then we'd hear cut, and then we just look at each other and start laughing.
It seems like someone wanted all of us here.
My favorite kind of horror movies are horror movies that like have an undercurrent and something that you know, like Babadook or like Get Out and these kind of movies. So I think that underneath all of this is ultimately like an exploration of what is the most scary thing that a human can do, which is to trust another human to be the person that they want to be with.
Is this off the cuff?
Yeah, baby.
Love is kind of like a game of chess.
A big congrats on Bone Lake again. An erotic, bloody thriller that must be seen in theaters with a bunch
as well.
Sexy as well.
You gotta put the sexy there.
And sexy. Bye, guys. Good luck on everything.
Take a dip in this Bone Lake. Like what the cast said, it's sexy and scary and also quite funny. You'll enjoy this film, now out in theaters.
That looks really scary.
It is scary and smart and thought-provoking.
Really?
I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
It's a relationship drama masquerading as a thriller.
Ooh, exciting.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. And then you've got something coming up for 11.
That's right, at 11 a.m. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson flexing his acting skills as MMA fighter Mark Kerr in The Smashing Machine. How many kisses will he get? Find out at 11. And also we'll talk about Bone Lake and Taylor Swift.
Yes, her new album.
You can bring Finn in theaters.
Exciting.
One weekend only, beginning today until Sunday. The release party of her The Life of a Showgirl in theaters. You'll get exclusive videos.
Wow.
Lyric videos and reflections on her album.
So she actually has a film about shooting making the new album.
It's a release party, and if you're a Swiftie, you better be in the theaters.
Oh my gosh,
today.
How exciting. That's so cool. I will definitely take Finn. It's time now for our new segment, Dish Detective. It's a contest we're running on Instagram with Dining with the Davids. They show us some food from a local restaurant and give us hints about that restaurant, and then you guess where it is.
And if you guess correctly, you are entered into a drawing to win a $100 gift card to that restaurant. Last week's restaurant was Trio Palm Springs. The deadline to guess this week's restaurant ended yesterday at noon, so let's take a look at some of the clues.
First, an appetizer that's a veritable flourish of crispy delight. Kokoli, golden puffs of fried pizza dough adorned with crescenza cheese, a drizzle of olive oil, and sliced St. Danielle prosciutto. It's hot, delicate, and just the right amount of indulgent, like if charcuterie ran off to join Cirque du Soleil. And for the main course, shrimp casarecce a la vodka. Coiled ribbons of homemade pasta, bathed in a silky tomato vodka cream, laced with chili flake, sweet basil, and finished with a snowfall of Parmesan. And for dessert, we're introducing a hidden menu item. Normally, you get cheesecake with a seasonal fruit, but whisper daddy style to your server and it shows up like it owns the joint. Swatched in melted chocolate, dripping with house-made toffee, and ready to ruin you in the best way.
Well, did you guess it? This week's restaurant is Kiki's in La Quinta. Actually, they texted me before they went to the dinner. I don't know if you all know this, but Dining with the Davids, they have a party of like 12 people, and you get to try all the top dishes of the restaurant. It's quite a lovely evening, and I almost went, but I already had plans, unfortunately. But the food looks amazing, and they said it was great.
Why can't they invite both of us?
Both of us.
Not
I will give them your number for sure. Well, big cheers to all our foodie sleuths who played along and guessed it right.
But there can only be one winner, and it was Sam Kite.
Yay!
Congratulations, Sam. You win a $100 gift card to Kiki's. We hope you enjoy your meal there, and, you know...
We are available.
Yes, because we're hungry. You can hear my tummy rumbling while we're watching that.
And be sure to follow both NBC Palm Springs and Dining with the Davids on Instagram for your next chance to win. We'll have your next clues for you on Monday morning. Now let's take a live look outside of your Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. We're loving those low pressure systems Kai mentioned earlier. It's giving us these lovely cool temperatures, perfect for a round of golf today. We'll be right back to reveal your Where in the Valley special location. Stay right here.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
And it's time to reveal our special location for our broadcast. Did you guess where this is, Manny?
Sorta.
Oh, this is Sunnylands Estate in Rancho
thinking.
Mirage. You were? That's what I thought. This is the winter home for late ambassadors Walter and Leonore Annenberg. It serves now as a retreat center for high-level national and world leaders. And when retreats are not in session, it's open to the public. And I went to their movie night last Saturday. So they have great, great events if you ever want to check it out. So Taylor Swift, you were talking earlier. Folks can go see the movie
right now.
tonight.
Yes, check your theater schedule. Yes, it's available now.
Ooh,
so take Finn.
And you heard the album. Do you like it?
Yes, I enjoyed it so far. I've heard the first 6 songs on the way here.
Ooh, exciting!